What's up, everyone? Welcome to the first vlog of 2015, finally. And since it is 2015, we do have to ask, where's my hoverboard? I was very, very tempted to start the year off with a vlog to have little updates and things like that on what's been going on lately, but I successfully repelled the temptation to do so, so to speak, and started the year off with some nice tech videos. And we will be talking about the Dellasaurus and where that's going later on, so stay tuned for that. Today, though, my weekend's been pretty much wrecked by snowstorms. We had a snowstorm yesterday with a mix of snow, ice, and the whole 9 yards, so any shoveling that I'm going to do to get to work tomorrow, I will have to spend the rest of the day today doing, and other stuff as well. I might have to go run some errands to pick up some groceries and stuff like that, because I'm sure the stores are going to be swamped tomorrow with the blizzard we've got on tap for Tuesday. So I think if there's a day to really take care of all the remaining odds and ends, it's today, and that includes on this channel as well. With the snowstorm going on, I really didn't feel like doing too much yesterday, so I closed the book and wrapped up the Warlords of Draenor gaming video stuff, which I'm sure nobody will watch because YouTube is overrun with gaming video hate these days. The minute something even so much as looks like a gaming video, nobody watches it. So yeah, we've gone over that enough times as it is. But basically, I closed the door on it, and I will be canceling my subscription later today, because it's just the only reason I even still had a WoW subscription was because of this whole thing with, because of wanting to make one last video about it. I haven't been playing the game very much, and it shows in the video, and it's not so much the drama about flying, that's the reason why I'm quitting, but Blizzard's response to it, namely the fact that they're feeding the drama. And then there's guys like Bashiok, and I linked a relevant MMO Champion Blue Tracker post in the video description. So go watch the conclusion of the discussion about Warlords of Draenor. Matter of fact, I very much say this is all Blizzard's fault, because the reason why flying is an issue is because Blizzard didn't implement their Z-axis support very well in that game. So they created this problem. They created this problem that has now led to them taking away a feature that people have spent a lot of in-game gold for, and meanwhile, other MMOs are going to introduce various flying systems from what I've been hearing, so it's really too bad that Warlords of Draenor could potentially become a flash in the pan for Blizzard, but c'est la vie. So this is going to be the end of that discussion for me and the end of my gaming video coverage of Warlords for a while now. I looked at 6.1's patch notes, nothing too interesting. Blizzard's thinking of giving healers more damage so they can solo and stuff like that, but what's really going on with the Blizzard healer damage thing is that some healers are soloable, like the Holy Priest in Smite mode, and then there's like Resto Shamans. It's a nightmare. Holy Paladins in particular have gotten the short end of the stick because they don't have an AoE ability unless they take Light's Hammer at level 90, so it's not easy leveling as Holy. There's no AE attacks, and one of the things that Blizzard tried to do at one point was make it so that everybody could AE when they were out leveling and soloing and stuff like that, and rogues got fan of knives and things along those lines, so it's stuff that Blizzard hasn't adequately addressed. Likewise with flying, and the big thing I disagree with on their healing damage thing while we're on this topic is healer damage should be higher than tanks. Because in almost all cases, healers have to stop doing what it is that they do in order to do damage. Tanks are tough, for the most part, while they're fighting. But only the combat healers, like Resto Druids with that talent, Discipline Priests, and Mistweaver Monks, who, by the way, do a ton of damage compared to other healers, only combat healers really have an issue where you want their damage to be lower than tanks. Everybody else, though, the Resto Shamans, the Holy Paladins, they have to stop healing in order to cast Denounce, or they have to sacrifice healing potential like retooling Holy Shock with glyphs to be more of an offensive spell. They have to sacrifice something in order to do damage. Combat healers, not so much. The current setup with priests in the game works very well. Holy priests have to switch into smite mode in order to do decent damage. So they have to give up some healing capabilities in order to do so. Likewise, they also do more damage in smite mode than discipline priests do, which makes sense because discipline priests heal people while they do damage. So it really boils down to the simple fact of, are the healers still able to heal while they're doing damage without having to constantly switch between the two? So that's probably worth its own audio commentary later on, but just want to go over some things here and there. As far as updates on other stuff goes, I'm happy to say that the Orchard withdrew their bogus content ID thingy on that video I made all those years ago, Play Some Stuff, Thanksgiving, whatever it was. But unfortunately, the culprit in this case, the real culprit in this case, Hot Ideas Incorporated, still seems to be on the loose. So I may end up going to Smart Sound about this abuse of their license terms that's leading to these issues, because this is the second time I've had Leap of Faith cause this problem, and it's exactly the same people involved, exactly the same third parties involved that are abusing these rights management companies. And really, the root cause of this is Hot Ideas abusing a loophole in the license from Smart Sound if you buy the track from them directly, where there's only a limit on redistribution physically, but not digitally. And hey, what do you know? The tracks that have given me problems with Hot Ideas and the various companies like BFM and The Orchard just happen to be tracks that that have this license loophole if you buy them directly from Smart Sound. And what do you know? I have yet to see physical versions of these albums like Joe Athlete, Calorie Crusher, and stuff like that. So, now, the big update here on what's going to happen. I do still plan on ending MultimediaJay radio and switching back to radio style. When I do that, though, who cares? It's just going to be a little sign off and then switch the name. So nothing much is going to change with the audio commentaries. I just want to get back to being able to do them because I am not doing them right now and missing some very good news stories to chime in on. So I want to fix that eventually. So, as far as revamping the series go, the tech series, the main series, got a revamp. But I'm not really going to do that with any other ones because I just want to have more fun with what's available on the YouTube audio library. So, do you really want me to spice up these vlogs? I mean, Play Some Stuff is its own thing. I don't know what games I'm going to be covering on YouTube versus what games I want to cover on Daily Motion. I am thinking, though, I want to start, maybe it might finally be time to check out Elder Scrolls Online. Now that Elder Scrolls Online is getting rid of its subscription fee in March, but kind of on the fence about that because the game's still relatively expensive up front, plus an expansion pack has been announced for Guild Wars 2, so maybe I should get back into Guild Wars 2 instead. Alright, the main discussion. Now let's get to the main update and the grand finale of this vlog, talking about the tech series, the Dellasaurus, Windows 10, and where we're going from here. So, Windows 10 now has a release. Well, we knew it was coming out. I think it's coming out later this year, but Windows 10 is going from the technical preview to the consumer preview as an update for people that have the technical preview, although I imagine there will eventually be a direct download of the consumer preview available. I am not going to continue having my introduction to Windows 10 get delayed by the Dellasaurus and the various ways that I'm trying to get it working, get that OS working on the Dellasaurus, or get to the point where the installer tells me, your system's not powerful enough, it can't run on here, and then that's it. So, I want to experience Windows 10, and I'm going to experience Windows 10 on the silver bullet. This machine has sat largely dormant ever since Windows XP went end of life. I was going to use it as like a music computer and stuff like that, but I'm really not doing too much, and as you can see with this garbage on the keyboard behind me, I really got to find a better place to charge my stuff here, because I haven't really been able to use this music setup, and it's a little cluttered up here. I got to do some work. I got to do some cleaning and maybe some rearranging too, so yeah, I want to check out Windows 10 on this computer, which is a lot more competent to run it than the Dellasaurus is. And the Dellasaurus will become like a side project just to see how far I can get before it gripes at me that I can't run the OS on that dinosaur. So I do plan on trying out Plop Bootloader. But before I proceed with the Dellasaurus, I want to get some experience with Windows 10. I want to start using Windows 10 because I'm very much looking forward to Windows 10. If I build a computer later this year, the odds are it's going to run Windows 10. So I want to be familiar with the OS, and I want to have a machine where I regularly want to preview the OS on it, like this thing right here. I also am thinking, because I want to re-image my netbook, which hasn't really been seeing much for use ever since I got the tablet, since I want to re-image my netbook as well, I want to try running the previews on there before I either reinstall Windows 7 or reinstall Win 7 to upgrade to Windows 10, or put an SSD in the thing so it might actually have some speed. Unfortunately, the piece of junk netbook still has a mechanical hard drive in it, so I'm trying to figure out what do I want to do in terms of SSDs. I don't really feel like spending a lot of money right now, but this laptop and netbook are borderline clunky at this point because they still have mechanical hard drives. The full-size laptop, the crap top, actually has its original hard drive from 2010, so 5 years old. Might be getting ready to kick the bucket anyway. So, but having seen the speed improvements that SSDs bring to the table, I really want to start spreading the love with the SSDs, at least to this system, if not the portables as well. So, I mean, my tablet runs off of an SSD, and it's not sluggish, even though it's got the worst specs out of any computing device that I have here. So it just, anything heavy duty though will slow it down. But in terms of clicking around, I think hard drives are more of a source of computer slowness these days than anything related to the guts of the system, like the processor and stuff. So as far as the Dellasaurus goes, to those of you that have subscribed because of the Dellasaurus and are going to throw a hissy fit if I do anything other than more Dellasaurus videos, I'm going to save you the trouble now. Go ahead and unsubscribe because I am going to disappoint you. Because the Dellasaurus is not going to be what this channel's about. Nor is the Dellasaurus going to be what the tech series is about. There's other things I want to do in terms of tech videos. And, for example, Windows 10 versus the Silver Bullet. So the Dellasaurus is... I have the Dellasaurus. I might use the Dellasaurus for some things here and there. But the Dellasaurus is not what this channel's about. And it never will be. So if you're going to throw a fit about that stuff, go ahead and unsubscribe. I'll save you the trouble right now by telling you straight to your face through this little computer thingy or whatever you're watching this on, that this is not a Dellasaurus channel. The Dellasaurus experiment is largely for things like Windows previews and stuff like that. And I will stop doing this kind of stuff at some point. It's not if, but when. So, just wanted to clear the air on that. I know there are people out there who throw a fit who basically subscribe to channels to troll them if they ever decide to do something besides what they subscribed for. And I'm going to say right now, I will be disappointing you folks if you think I'm just going to do nothing but Dellasaurus videos on this channel. Oh, by the way, in terms of the views on the Dellasaurus videos, those views are inflated, and I know this because I tied the new Dellasaurus experiment to that popular video Windows 8 versus the Dellasaurus, which I have no clue why it's still popular, but it is direct. The playlist is directly linkable, is direct linked from the Windows 8 video. So I expect higher than usual views on anything related to Windows 10 versus the Dellasaurus. Heck, I'll bet if I do a Windows 10 versus the Dellasaurus follow-up and don't put it in the playlist, I'll bet it doesn't get any views. Just you watch. And then when I put it in the playlist, then we'll do a little experiment with that. See just how people don't click around on YouTube or anything like that. I don't know. So, welcome to 2015. Futuristic year it is, but it's going to have its challenges just like any other. One of them being I've got snow to deal with this week. We're looking at a potential blizzard on Tuesday, so I'm hoping I can use some benefit time as a get out of snow free card for Tuesday, probably Tuesday and Wednesday. And if I'm stuck home getting snowed in, maybe that'll be a good time to continue the Windows 10 experiment. For now, though, shoveling time. Ugh, yeah. Well, I got to see if I can at least get to the road first, and then see what I want to do today while we're still above freezing for the last time for quite some time, from what I've been seeing and stuff like that. Winter sucks. Okay. Till next time. This is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by, and welcome to 2015. Where's my hoverboard?